In the first episode of LEGO Pirates Retrospect, I covered the first years of LEGO Pirates, 1989 to 1991. Beginning in 1992, though, LEGO Pirates experienced a massive shift with the introduction of the Imperial Guards, a faction that replaced the Imperial Soldiers as the main adversary of Captain Roger Redbeard and his pirate crew. The Imperial Guards are considered by many as the most iconic LEGO Pirates faction, as after their initial run from 1992 to 1995, they were brought back with the 2009 LEGO Pirates theme. Even though their names are quite similar, the Imperial Soldiers and Imperial Guards are not that alike. While many have suggested that the Imperial Guards were simply an update to the Imperial side, I think there's a lot more going on with the lore. Yes, both flags have two cannons lying underneath a crown, and both factions relied on a network of yellow and white bases in their battle against Redbeard's crew. But the similarities end there. For starters, the Imperial Guards are pretty similar to the British Redcoats of the colonial era, not the French. And they also had different leaders, with Admiral Woodhouse in the initial run and Governor Tierney in the 2009 theme. In addition, Redbeard wasn't the only pirate the Imperial Guards went up against, as they also fought Captain Brickbeard's crew in the 2009 theme. With all of these facts in mind, I think it's evident that the Imperial Guards are not related to the Imperial Soldiers. I believe they either defeated the Imperial Soldiers for control of the Caribbean, or are simply an Imperial presence elsewhere in the region. For that first theory, I think that would explain the similar fort structure. But for that second possibility, the one I personally agree with, I think the idea of Redbeard's crew sailing around the Caribbean would explain their interactions with the Imperial Soldiers, Imperial Guards, Imperial Armada, and of course, Captain Ironhook and his band of pirates. See, I assume after Redbeard eventually acquired the gold coins he so desperately wanted, he set his sights on the rest of the Caribbean. Now, when it comes to the Imperial Guards, their main purpose wasn't protecting a treasure the pirates craved. See, the Guards were much more focused on trading. After all, their main base was the Imperial Trading Post, a set that includes civilians and a ship used for commerce. Unlike the Imperial Soldiers, who were protecting a chest of Spanish gold coins, the Imperial Guards had something much more valuable at play, a whole trading network, which must have piqued Redbeard's interest. And to say he came prepared in his quest against the Imperial Guards would be an understatement. Between trading in the Black Sea's Barracuda for the Skull Eyes schooner and the creation of a new fortress on Skull Island, Redbeard was ready to take on the Imperial Guards, and he was joined by the rest of his old crew: First Mate Rummy, Flashfork, Anne, Spinoza, and of course, Popsy. The inclusion of a treasure chest with gold coins on the schooner confirms the fact that the pirates defeated the Imperial Soldiers. But would they be ready for their next challenge against the Imperial Guards with their Imperial flagship known as the Sea Lion? That question, of course, is unanswered. Did Redbeard overthrow the Imperial Guards? Or did the Imperial Guards defeat Redbeard with ease? While Redbeard's crew certainly went on the offensive early in the conflict, I think towards the end they retreated from the Imperial Guards. After all, Skull Island, one of the last sets to include Imperial Guards from the original run, shows a pirate starting to sail away with a treasure chest in his boat. Is it possible that Redbeard might have actually retreated? It sure enough would explain the interactions with a new presence, that being the Imperial Armada, in the years to come, while also providing a backstory for the victory of the Imperial Guards that allowed them to continue to rule the region. 2009's Imperial Guards, while obviously similar, also have their differences. For starters, they're referred to as quote-unquote soldiers in the sets, and even though they also wear red jackets, they aren't the same worn by the original Imperial Guards. Still though, they share the same flag. They are the same faction. In this era, the Imperial Guards were much more militaristic. Led by Governor Tierney, the Imperial Guards attacked Captain Brickbeard's crew at Loot Island, the shipwreck hideout, and even on the open seas, when they were tasked with rescuing the Admiral's daughter from Brickbeard's bounty. Instead of using a trading post as their main base of operations, they opted instead for a soldier's fort, which was attacked by the pirates, who were interested in the treasure located there, that was a part of the back and forth battle that was present in all of the sets in this theme. The final set that includes the Imperial Guards is 2010's Imperial Flagship, one of the best LEGO ships released to date. As I mentioned, the Imperial Guards became much more militaristic when they returned in 2009, and this set is a perfect example of just that. With 4 cannons on either side and a full crew, this ship shows the true might and power of the Imperial Guards. This set depicts the end of the 2009 Pirates arc. Brickbeard and a fellow pirate are tasked with trying to escape from the Imperial Guards. And while they may be successful, it's evident that they are at the end of the road. They've lost this conflict. All they can do at this point is attempt to make it out alive. What happens next? Who knows? But with this being the greatest LEGO Imperial faction to date, all we know is that there's no way the Imperial Guards lost to Brickbeard's pirate crew. Thank you for watching the second episode of LEGO Pirates Retrospect. On the next episode, we'll be talking about the Islanders, as well as Captain Ironhook's pirate crew, as we continue to learn more about LEGO Pirates in the mid-1990s.